I'm Real Genetic Demon, and this is What's on the Tape, Season 6, Volume 3. And this week, we have a tape sent to me by a Ben Smith. It was one of the games, or one of the tapes that he got with a Spectrum bundle he picked up recently. So he sent this to me, and it looks really good. And I think it amused me as well, because it's called G&T, so Gin and Tonic. Gin and Tonic Super Tape, 60 minutes. So we got a long one here, so strap in. We definitely need a cup of coffee for it. But he also sent me a lovely little note that said, hi mate, enjoy the games, hope there's some cool stuff on the C60, keep smashing out the YouTube content, take care Ben. Thanks Ben, I definitely will keep pushing out the content. Anyway, let's have a look at side B first, and it looks like we've got some names of some things on here. We've got ski, I don't know what that is, it's probably Horace Goes Skiing actually, that kind of stands to reason. Nebulous, Psst, which is the ultimate game. We've got Scrabble, as always. Scrabble's always a sort of prevalent. It's actually quite good Scrabble. I mean, I'll admit that although there's millions of copies out there, it's quite a good one. Herbert's Dummy Run, a game I can never quite get the hang of, and it took me a little while to work this one out, but it's actually Starion, I think, which is Starion, which is the game there, which is a 3D shooter in space, kind of a weird game. And then we've got, I can't see what this is, I think it's just BMX Racers. Not a game that I've played, possibly. I don't know. Sounds like Codemaster's game, doesn't it? Anyway, if we flip it over, we're not doing this side, and I'll tell you why. Because we did it last week. It's Outrun. All the levels are Outrun. Although it's probably going to load or work, and let's hope it works because it's a G&T Super Tape, I'm not doing Outrun again. So if you want to see Outrun, go back to last week, because we've got plenty with just this side here. So we're going to do the single side B with all these things on here. So without further ado, I'm going to stick that into the tape drive, and we're going to play some games. See you in a sec. Okay, so the tape is in the drive. We'll go with the usual, the favourite, loaded it. You never know, this might actually not have what it's got on the cover there, because there's been some tape put over it. So it looks like somebody recorded it first time round and then changed their mind and put some tape over it. So we might not have these games on here, but I know the Spectrum sounds on here because I've put it in another tape recorder and I've given it a blast. So we've done that. So first we've got Ski. Now I'm going to assume this is Horace Goes Skiing, because that's usually the way with these kind of things. It's usually... Here we go. Is it Horace? Blaster! No, so actually we're already starting with something that's completely different to whatever was on the front cover there. As I said to you before, it said Skiing, Nebulous... what have we got on? I'm reading the top of it. Psst, Scrabble, Herbert's Dummy Run, and a couple of other ones, Starion and Starion, and a few others. But we're going straight away with something else. In fact, this looks like somebody's code. Oh, let's have a list. Alien Blaster by Alan Green, 1982. Sorry, list. I always press the wrong button there. By Alan Green, 1982. Let's run it. Alien Blaster! Oh, these are the best kind of tapes. These are the ones. This is a mystery tour. I would like instructions. Yes, I would. The aliens are invading your system. The only hope Your only hope is to blast them before they land and colonize the Earth. Warning: you only have 5 aliens to have land take over. Right, press the key. Press the key. All right. So move your base left and right with 1 and 2, and 0 is to fire. That's a radar and that's a droid. There are 2 different types of aliens. Right. Okay. Oh, actually, it's quite quick. I'm quite surprised by this. Oh, I love this. This is brilliant. Nice one, Ben. Ben wasn't sure whether there was anything good on this tape, and whether it was going to be anything good. But this is actually it's not a bad little basic program. You can see the inputs are quite fast actually as well. Normally, you find with basic programs, because of the way that the subroutines work for a sort of the keyboard interface, they're usually quite bad. But no, this is. Oh, I'm delighted with this. That's very good. 1 alien at a time.
decent subroutines, different shooting subroutines. Very nice. Was this one that came with a book though? Was this Alan Green? I think it was. There was this one that was a book job that was sort of available. You know, one of these sort of type-in books, possibly. There's quite a lot of those. I do like them. I've got quite a few actually. I've even got some books on machine code, but I haven't got around to doing anything. Ah, that's really good. We'll have one more go, shall we, before we go on? Because that was. Do I want instructions? No, I think we know how to play this time round. That's cool. That's really good. One alien at a time. Got him. That's really good. What I think I would have liked to have seen if I was doing it is maybe some animated movements of the alien ships. You see how they're moving down? Maybe their little legs just need to twitch in and out when they moved between each square. That would kind of work for me. That would be my finishing touch. But to be fair, this is pretty good. It's called Blast or Alien Blast, I think, isn't it? Alien Blaster. Alien Blaster it was. I'm rubbish at it, but it's good. Oh, I'm delighted with this. It runs and it plays really well. I've got the high. Can I beat my high score? Oh, I'll beat my high score. Well, and truly beat my high score. Can I get 400 points? Oh, so what do I do with this game if it's not a game that's an original game? Do you save it? Do we save it forever? Do I copy it to WAV file and place it somewhere? I think that's probably the thing that I ought to do with it. I'll have to think about preservation. We'll have to think about that one. So let's press break and let's press new and let's do load it again. So we'll get the old memory clear there and let's see what else is on here. There we go. Ah, but there's some data there. So it looks maybe it's recorded over something else. I have no idea. I knew there was a loading sound initially. We've got voices. We have voices from the past as well. Tape recorder on standby. Here we go. We have voices from the past. I can't quite make out what they're saying. Oh. And it stopped. We're silenced now. Okay, so there was something. It sounded like they were watching the television actually. Voices from the past. Okay, but I'm hoping it's not blank now though, because that would be such a disaster if that's the only thing that's on there. I knew there was something different about this because the tape itself had a little bit of tape on the back of it. I'm just going to fast forward a bit. I've got a little bit of tape on the back of it, like somebody'd wanted to record over it with something. I'm going to fast forward a bit now in this tape while I'm here. No sounds yet of Spectrum. Oh, this could be disappointing. However, that does mean that the outrun side of the tape is now fair game. It's definitely fair game, the outrun side of the tape. Because if the outrun side of the tape has also been recorded over, it means we've got other things on there. It's blank so far. Has somebody wiped it clean? We'll give it a good fast forward there. Oh, we're all silence. White noise. Oh, this is not good. We started well. Alien Blaster, 1985. That was what it was called. Okay, let's see if how far they've gone through with this wiping process. Nothing else so far. They probably never thought that their past would reappear on the interweb. I'm gonna keep going forward here. We'll see if we can find something, because we're like quarter of the way through the tape. They can't have wiped it all. Or have they? That would have just taken an awful lot amount of effort, wouldn't it? I suppose you could have connected it to something, just press, play over the top of it. Or record, should I say, over the top of it. Nothing yet. I'm hoping they haven't got it all. We are not looking good. We are a third of the way through tape. And we have nothing. I wonder if the person selling this realised that obviously there was data on the tape. But why leave Blaster on there, or Alien Blaster? Was that their history? Did they know it was going to end up on what's on the tape? I'm listening to see if there's anything against in the background. There isn't any noise at all. There's no. I was thinking maybe there was some kind of background sort of anything realistically. Silence. Silence. The sound of silence. What a weird tape we've had so far. This could be a very short episode, you know. We may end up with 30 seconds worth. No, actually, I have some other ones. I have some other tapes as well. I bought another pack of them recently. There were Miles Gregory Limited. Have you ever heard of Miles Gregory Limited? I certainly haven't. If you have, put it in the comments below. But Miles Gregory tapes, and I've got a few of those, and they're all sort of C15s, and they sort of say what there's on them. So we might try some of those if that's the case. But we'll do that in a second. So that is the whole side done. Nothing else on there. Ooh. Let's try the Outrun side. Let's see. The question is it just Outrun? I'm just playing now. This could be loud. There are sounds. There are sounds on the Outrun side. Right, we're going to put the Outrun side of the tape in. Hopefully, it's not Outrun. Because that will be strangely disappointing. But we'll give it a try. So I've just rewound that again in the other tape replayer. So we heard the sounds there. Sounds of Spectrum. Spectrum sounds. Here we go. Don't be Outrun. Sam! Yes! What Sam? This is brilliant. This is great. This is what we like. We like these things. This is the best tape. You all watched that and you thought the intro there sequence, and you thought, like me, you thought, we've seen them before. Nebulous is a new one for us, and we've seen Psst before, and we've seen Psst, Psst. I love that. And we've seen Psst before. We've seen a few other these games before. And you thought to yourself, that's it. We're gonna see some of the same things again, and you just listen to me ramble. New network. Please write in capitals. Oh, looking at this. Try to see if we can spot anybody's name in here again. Rocket launching. Go to lines. Okay. Let's run it. Sam. Network. Please write in capitals. Okay. Please supply operating system. Well, I like the Penguin. Oh, got to write in capitals. Hang on. Let's not break the rules before we start. I like Linux. I bet it doesn't have Linux, of course, because this is 1980 something. Let's do. Should we do DOS? Should we type DOS? Do you think it knows DOS? Because if I type Linux, it won't know Linux, will it? DOS. Invalid user ID. Oh my god! It's wiped. Oh, we're not having that. Let us rewind. We're not having it. What? Let's see if we can crack the code by working out what operating system it wanted. Let's do that. We're not having that. We're rewinding the tape and we're doing it again. We'll find out what operating system it wants to get in. Somebody's special code, Sam. Right, Sam's whatever this is. We need to load this. So what operating system? So we need to put that in. So we need to. Is it Spectrum maybe? We need to put in there. I don't know. I've got coffee, by the way. I hope you've got coffee too. Oh, I love coffee. Anyway, so we need to know what's in here. So we need to have a little. We're going to have to investigate the code, work out what's in here. And we thought for a minute there this was going to be a boring one. We thought it was, but it wasn't. Please enter rating, then print operating system loading. YENA. Yen. Okay, that's fair enough. If salty, type go to 3. So can we do salty operating system? Operating system, right? Okay. I can see some other words here. The word salty's there as well. Let's put yen, and then we've got salty. Let's do that. Let's do yen. Into the network. Capitals. Please write in capitals. I'm going to write in capitals. Supply operating system. YEN. Operating system loading. Oh, okay. Identity code. Salty. Don't form. Don't wipe. Loading complete. Ready to go. Okay, ready to go. It's like war games, isn't it? Am I going to nuke something if I do wrong? I've launched into space. It is war games. Looney Tunes, Black Death, never press number 4. Number pattern. Oh, these are games. These are things you used to write as a kid. Do rocket launch, number 1. Ready. Okay, go. 3, 2, 1, go! Rocket launch! Yay! That's awesome. Looney Tunes. It's the music for Looney Tunes, I think. Not really loony though, is it? Black Death, number 3. Yep, the screen's black. Do we press number 1 again? Number patterns will come next. Okay, I'm excited. Pushing a key. X equals 10. Y equals 5. What's it doing? What's the mathematical formula we're looking at here? It's not prime numbers, because I tell you what, that would kill a spectrum in about 33 seconds, wouldn't it? I say 33 seconds, it's a lie, really. Oh, is it incrementing downwards until it's 0? And when we get to 0, we're all gone. One divided by the other. Let's see what happens when we get to 0. Come on, it's going to take a while, isn't it? I don't want to push the buttons to 0. I want to type salty in. Let's break the program. Right, let's run it again and let's type in salty. So we've got network again, right? Please enter in capitals. I'm going to enter salty as the operating system. Invalid user. No, no, no! Ah! Salty was the ID of the person, so I guess that was his name, Sam Salty. Right, okay. Do we want to try a few more things on there? Because I've just blown that up, realistically, haven't I? Oh, there's another one that I need to do something with. I need to do something with it. Waves, isn't it? It's the wave file, so we need to record the wave files of that, and then I need to sort of distribute it, and anybody can convert it to a tape format, I guess, MP3 to whatever else it is, or wave to MP3, one of the two. Anyway, let's load and see what else is on here, because that was Sam's work itself. Oh, that's bad. That's spectrum noises there. That sounds like we may be out of luck here. That sounds like we could be just over the top of Outrun. Yeah, I think this is just over the top of Outrun now, which means that this is just all Outrun levels. Okay. That's a bit disappointing, really. It's disappointing and not disappointing. I quite like the fact that we got Sam's programs there. That's kind of cool. You've got to admit, that's kind of cool. We didn't expect those. We didn't expect Sam's programs there. We did not. Let's fast forward this. I think this is Outrun. We'll be able to tell when we get to a certain point, because what you'll have is Outrun style levels. You know, that kind of loading thing we had the other week. Oh, it's quite. It's a shame we didn't get to see Nebulous because it's good on the Spectrum. Actually, it's really good. It's actually, to be fair, Nebulous is good on everything. Is that a Thalamus game or is it Hewitt? Hewson, sorry. I think it's a Hewson game, isn't it? Okay. Here we go. We've got a bit of silence now. So we basically had a little bit of background noise and then nothing, silence. I guess somebody just decided to record over it and never did anything else with it. We got silence. Loading. What we got? Nebulous. Oh, crumbs. Great. Okay. How did that end up on here? Is that me like moaning that it turned up? This tape is amazing. There's so much on here. So we now actually have the game I was talking about earlier. The Oh yeah, it's loading. Step back from away from the controls. I am stepping away, Captain. We'll let it load itself. So Nebulous, yes, this is a game that I said was. It's really good on various versions. It has a lovely. You have to basically climb a tower. There's 10 towers in the game, and you have to climb the tower as this little sort of frog-like aquatic dude who comes out of a what's he come out of? He comes out of a submarine, doesn't he? Hopefully that's a screen loading. I'm looking forward to that if it is. I don't know if there is a screen or not. We've got a countdown going on here. There may not be screen. I would have thought there would have been a loading screen though. There's a countdown going, but there doesn't seem to be a loading screen. Anyway, so you get this little guy and he has to go all the way to the top of this tower, and it's a puzzle game as such. It's a game, strangely, that who's done it? I'm thinking, I don't think it's Crash Bandicoot, but I think a Mickey Mouse game did the same thing, where it's basically the tower rotates as you go around it, and you can jump up the levels, and it rotates and it rotates, and it sort of spins as you move forward, so you kind of sticking to the tower, which is kind of a really lovely feature, and I'm quite convinced that it appeared on the Mickey Mouse game. I'm quite convinced that I actually had a version of it. It was that Castle of Illusion, I think it may have been. So, and we've got, and it's happening obviously in Nebulous as well, so it's kind of cool. Exciting. I'm surprised there's no loading screen though. I could have sworn Nebulous had a loading screen. I may be completely wrong, but I thought it had a loading screen. There's nothing going on the edge of the screen, however I can see the countdown on the other side of the screen, and I'm not touching it, so we're going to go with non-touching and hope it loads. Hopefully. Take a sip of the coffee. Hang on. Oh, that's good. That's so good. So this week I haven't had the chance to do the I usually do Amstrad and Commodore 64 games on the weekend, and I haven't been able to do it this weekend. Just been a bit too busy really during the week to do it. That, and I've got a few other things that I need to get kind of completed. I've been sent a few codes to test a number of Switch games, so I'm taking on another one of those games there, and I need to kind of give. There's a couple of them that need a fair challenge. To be fair to them, I've got Arcade Fuzz, which is by Walter Macho Ando, I think it is, or Ando. Macho Ando. Anyway, he's a Brazilian developer and does sort of very hardcore mini games, and I've got a couple of others that I've got in progress at the moment, both of which require a little bit more time, which is one of the things I kind of miss. There are some Spectrum games obviously that require your interaction and a bit of time to do them, but I kind of miss that with sort of games. I like modern games you can just jump in and out of very easily. Have 5 minutes on it, and you know where you're at. Right, I have no idea what the controls are, but I have got a joystick, so let me just get the joystick down, because I never even expected that to load, funnily enough. So hang on. So that's hang on, off the top here. J.M. Phillips, and it was Houston, I was right in the end. I thought, do you know something? What did I say it was first off? And I can't remember now. It feels like an hour ago since I did the thing. Right, let's plug this joystick in and pray that it works on a Sinclair interface. I'm gonna pray that it works on it. Look at that high score. That's interesting. Oh, it does. Game on. Enter the tower. So, here we go. Get out of our submarine. There's a little man. Oh. Is that moving? Have I pushed the joystick in firmly enough? I don't think I have. Oh, and if I haven't pushed it in firmly enough, that's my own fault. Alright, okay. Go on, move. Ah. Oh, right. How's that wrong? It seems like the controls are the wrong way around. That's really weird. I thought that this would work. Okay. Okay. My joysticks haven't the other way around. My joystick's not working? I don't think my joystick's working properly. Because I can't seem to move properly. Need to die then. That's what we need to do. Yeah, we need to die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna make the effort to die, and then I'll see what happens. We'll see if we get the keyboard working, because that didn't work at all, and that's quite a surprise, really. It's strange. Right, what's the keys? K for keyboard. There we go. I've pressed C. Let's see what we can work out the keys. That's throw. That's weapon. So that's weapon. Let's work out the keys. Come on. That's up. That's no W and E. W and E. So W and E. So E must be the other way. Let's see. Yep. Okay. Enter. Up. Can't do that. I can't work out the keys. I hate that when you can't work out the keys. I've only got a certain amount of time here as well to get to this and shit to work out the keys. W-E. Ah, come on. What are they going to be? You would have thought from where they are that they would be the P and the L key, but I don't think they are. I think they're closer together than that. I think this gentleman's put all the keys. Ah, damn it. Okay, I'll try it again. We'll see if we can get in here. This is really annoying. Right, do you know what? I'm gonna Google it quickly because we'll Google it. We'll go search for it quickly so we can find out what it is, because that's just annoying, isn't it? You know. So ZX Spectrum, nebulous. No, yes, nebulous. Quickly to one of these sites. What's the keys? What's my controls? Controls. Instructions in English. That would be lovely. Thank you very much. What's the controls? The keys are. It is P. It does say it's P, but I think it's because I'm using the wrong key. It's QS. Right. Okay. I'll try this. Because that's the button. Right. Let's do it. That's not right. I-O, yeah, that is. QS apparently is the up and down, so we'll give that a try. So let's do this. That is right. And then we get past this. We walk up here. We go in there. Oh, quit! No, timing was terrible there. Basically, you've got to avoid that thing that kind of comes along the level at you. So you kind of there is a method to my madness. But I love the way that rotates. That the whole tower itself just sort of rotates. Now let's avoid this eye. Now once you're further up, it's a case of not falling off. So it's not quite as bad as this. Up we go. Up we go. Ah, we managed to kill that. Quickly. Up to the next level. Yes, I'm doing alright, actually. In here. Always naff at this game. It's a great game, though. But the one thing I've got to say is, I always feel like this needs a modern remake. It's a really good game that feels like it should be made again. It should definitely be a game that gets the some extra attention. A modern day sort of remake of it would be wonderful, I think. Oh, damn it. Oh, at least I only fell that far. Let's go. Let's get in here. Apologies for the noise. Oh, look. And there we are. Right, okay. And then up. Yes. Is that one down? I think we just fall off here to get off. Oh, damn it. I forgot to kill it. Ah, don't fall too far. Isn't it got lovely... the animation is fantastic. It's just somebody made a really... an amazing... No! Damn you. At least I only fell one level. Somebody made a real effort with this game. They did. They thought about the way this looks. I mean, this... I'm going to go back through. Hopefully avoid him. Go back. Right, okay, now up onto here. Let's get onto here. See if we can get up there. Real effort with it. It just looks great, and even in monochrome it's nice. I mean, obviously the Spectrum and the Amstrad version are both... oh, damn it, what am I thinking here? I should be shooting that thing there. Is that a jump? Oh, no. Oh, missed it. There's my snowball. Right, I need to throw this snowball. Wait for that ball. I've got to show some patience. Time up, limit. Oh, damn it. No lives left. Well, I got my name in anyway. That's cool. Yeah, what a strange combination of keys, though. So, but we did it. We got our name in. Well, I'll be. I'm quite surprised. I thought for a minute there we were going to have to start off with something else. I'll go another quick blast and see if we can get a bit further up the tower, because I was doing all right there. I'm usually naff at these ones, but I think I did okay there. I think I was adequately sort of making my way. Ah! Drowned. Yeah, I've come from a submarine in the first place. Just amazing me. Drowning. So these, do you know something? I don't even know. Do I have Nebulous in my collection? I don't think I do. You know, This is one of those late generation games, though. It appeared, didn't it come to the Commodore Amiga as well, and a few other things? It was one of those late in the day games. All right, we need to wait. I need to be patient and wait for that thing to appear, and then move. Oh, you can't go that way. That was naff. Right, I've had enough. Patience is gone. Carry on to the next game. Now, hopefully this is psst. I think that's what it'll be, but we'll see whether this psst is on here. This is the ultimate play the game one. These are one of their earlier ones, in the sense of that they're kind of like single screen arcade games, and I actually think that some of their nicest work before they became, you know, rare, from ultimate to rare. I think some of their early stuff is very, very nice. It's hopefully that's what's on here. I don't know. We'll see. That's a bad start. Let's give that another try. Yeah, psst. So these are some of their earlier works. I knew that didn't feel very right in the tape player. Let's give that another try now. Give it another R tape error. We can always load it from another tape, or we'll stick on the old PlayZX in. One of the things I found with these games, though, is that I don't think they're very clean. They weren't very kept very well. So what you find is that I think my tape drive often quite frequently needs a good cleaning as a result of the sort of these games. So they're not the best. But yeah, this is one of their early ones. And as an arcade game, I tend to think that this is the. I like the single screen stuff. I think that they thought the Spectrum was only capable, really, of the single screen stuff, but they also saw a market, obviously, to sell what you would call high quality graphic games. So yeah, they got it right. Rare and Ultimate. I mean, what are Rare working on at the moment? I have no idea. I think they did something. They're doing, is it Sea of Thieves for Microsoft? Because I believe that they're owned by Microsoft nowadays, which is not necessarily the best thing in the world. But yeah, I think they're owned by them now, both. But they have often hit the right mark with their games. They often did some fantastic pieces of work. I mean, when they went to Nintendo and did a lot of Nintendo-based ones, I believe they were responsible for Donkey Kong Country, which at the time was revolutionary in its sort of styling and the three-dimensional characters. So they've done some good stuff over their time, and they've got a back catalogue that's very reasonable in the sense of what they have to do. It's just that I don't know. I like modern games. I mean, but I just recently I've decided that, for instance, to let my Xbox and my PlayStation subscriptions expire simply because first off, I'm not playing the games that they're giving me on a monthly basis, which aren't yours to own anyway, because the moment you let your subscription lapse, they become locked anyway, so behind a paywall effectively. I'm just watching that. Just watching. Sorry, patiently watching there because it's just going very. All of a sudden, yeah, I thought it was going to come on. Right, but yeah, so locked behind a sort of paywall, and to be honest with you, I'm not getting the online stuff that I wanted. I mean, my PlayStation or Xbox probably now beyond playing Diablo on it, I don't think I've actually sat down and seriously played them. I mean, they tend to get. Mine gets my PlayStation 4 is particularly noisy, especially with the location I've got it stored in. I can't really think of any better way to do it. I actually have racks of PCs and consoles that go upwards, and it's in there, and it's got. I've cleaned the fan, I've taken it apart, the whole thing, and it's just still quite noisy, and I find it really painful. So I traded in for basically a decent teeny PC gaming system, which is like a quarter of the size or half the size of these, maybe a third the size of these things. And do you know what? If you're not collecting for them, it doesn't matter. That's what I feel about it. If you're not collecting for them, I don't see PlayStation 4 and the Xbox being consoles you want to collect for, because once their services are no longer available, unless they hold backwards compatibility in the next products, and when those services are no longer available, you basically, those discs are completely worthless, realistically, unless they can fully load and work without them. And I'm not sure whether or not they will do that or not. So I don't know. It's just a bit. I find it a little. I'm finding it a little bit annoying at the moment. Anyway, right, keys. I'm not entirely sure what the keys will be for this, but we'll give it a try. I think it'll be the QWERTY keys it usually is. So let's start this. We are a little robo gardener, and we have to spray bugs with different colours, depending on who they are, what they are, to keep them away from things. Yeah, it is those keys. Yeah, this is the one. And we have to stop them eating the mega plant, the mega Daffodilatos or something similar. I can't remember if that's its name, but it sounds about right. And we have to keep them away from that using our bug sprays. Now, there's different bug sprays depending on the bug. In this case, these bugs need this one. And we basically have to keep it away. And once we get it there, once it fully grows to a massive size, the level is over. So it's like a timer as well. The leaves are kind of something that slow it down. You can get them. The biggest one you can get is 3. I think it's 3 leaves and the flower itself, which is kind of cool. I think. I like it. I think it's a good game, and of course there's bonus points as well if you put these on the side, and it works really well because it just looks right. I mean, I like the way that the ground's been kind of made to look a little bit brown by mixing the yellows and the reds and the sort of brickwork at the edge of the building, and then obviously this little robot. Now I believe there's a remake in progress at the moment, I think for the Amstrad, but I may be wrong with that. No, there's a remake it's been done. It has been done for the Amstrad, actually. I haven't tried it, to be honest, but look at this. I'm doing well. It's not 3 leaves, it's 4 leaves. Look, I've done really well there. And then we get a little tune because it's finished. That's cool. Okay, so now we've got... I don't know what kind of bugs we've got this time round, but do we zap them with this? Yes, we do. And I've got killed. And then we zap those, and then we've got to swap this around with that one for that one, because these bugs eat this. And it makes it get smaller, by the way, so the time takes longer for finishing the level. I don't think I've ever done very well in this particular game. It's better with a joystick, if I'm fair, because the get off my plant, you furry critters, you garden beasts. And it's eating. Look, it's eating my plant again. Get off! They're really harsh. These creatures. Get off my plant. It's not done anything to you. It only stuns the bugs. That one. And he's come right at me there. Okay. I don't know how you know the difference between what you need. I just think that's experience. To be honest, though, I've played the game before. That I know that these ones need the red zappy bug, the bug zapper, to do it. Get off my plant. Yeah, it's got off it. We're getting there. We're growing the level. This is one of those games, as I say, proper, just pure 80s arcade. That's the only way to describe it. It's kind of it's got an arcade vibe. You could have seen this. I could have seen this quite easily at home in an 80s arcade as a game to play. It just feels right, and it works well. It's all about shooting, scoring points, and collecting the bits and pieces. Very, very much a lot of fun. It's a bit like Jetpack for me. I love Jetpack. I also like Cookie as well, which is another game that was by these guys. That's another good one. This is eating my leaves off. Eat my leaves, you horrible man, creature. And of course the level just goes on forever and ever and ever if you've got these creatures without. Yeah, I'm gonna have that bonus points while I'm at it. Let's get this. Yeah, you get off my. Oh, it's there again. It's already there. Get off. He's eating my plant. Get off my plant. There we go. Up the top. Let's grab that one. Amazing what they could do with the graphics back in the 80s, really. If you think about this, it's actually achieving from years and years and years ago. I need to get this one. Get off my plant! They're going for the plant big style. I think I'm just gonna hang around here and look menacing. Hope these creatures stay away. It's smooth as well. The gameplay is absolutely slick. I mean, it really is. It's just fast and playable. Fast and playable. Concentrating. Sorry, you can hear me doing that. Ah, that didn't concentrate much longer. You see, that was me concentrating too hard. No, I've got the wrong thing. Wrong zapper. Let's go this way. Quick. Engage the creatures. Worms. Right, okay. I've got to go at this. He's coming. That worm's coming at it. See if I can get to the next level. See what the next creatures are. There we go. Got it. Must be kind of cool. Must be kind of cool working at Rare though, and knowing if you've got such pedigree, history with gaming. Yeah, water for the wasps. Bug zapper. Ah no! Get off my plant. Oh, it's going. Those bees. Damn it. I ran into it. That's not a bad score, actually. I didn't do badly there. Excellent. So that was on the spectrum. Let's carry on. Let's see what else mysteries we got in store. The tape itself is fairly full. We look good here for actually doing it. This has been an interesting one. These things I wasn't expecting. They were there. Obviously, Outrun's not made it. Whatever Ski was has gone. Or maybe that was Sam. definitely looks like Ski on the tape. So maybe this is his secret stash of games. Maybe he was using some. Oh, Trans Am. This is not on. That wasn't on the list either. Trans Am. Another Ultimate game. Another. This was one of their. Oh, and I was saying that they're very good at early games, which were single screens. This is not an early game with a single screen. This is like a multi-screen with a little sort of car in the centre of it. I always liked Trans Am. I quite liked just sort of buzzing around because it's based in the post-apocalyptic deserts of the United States. So there's been a war. Fuel is at a premium. Everybody needs fuel. So you basically fly around cities in this sort of. I think you're in a race, but you're in a race to collect these cups, and you collect these cups. I think there's 5 or 10 cups or something. So you collect these cups while fueling up and travelling across America in your Trans Am, going hell for leather across the countryside, sort of blasting your way along. And to be fair, that's a lovely sort of representation of it on the screen, because it's kind of, when you look at it top down, you can see that they went for the feel there. It's good because the screen moves that the car stays stationary, even though it's, well, apart from rotating, if that makes sense. It's just the way that it does it. It's the way that top-down view works. It's really kind of cool. One of those early games for that kind of stuff. So, Trans Am's one of those. It's one of those worth owning, worth playing. I don't think I've got every Ultimate game. I've got quite a lot of them because I always think that they're kind of iconic to me, because I think they looked good as well as they did. I mean, they got the kind of and in a strange sort of way, I think there was a point where they went up their own bums, really, and I mean that in the nicest possible way, in the sense that there was a point where, and I'm just going to press new and I'll reset this and I'll put the thing back in, but I think once they got into this isometric stuff, they just kind of focused on it, and everything else got lost. Look, we've worked out how to do isometric graphics. Well, you weren't the first, to be honest with you. If you think about it, it's probably Antitak and things like that. Because in fact, he had a patent pending, which is one of those things that I always find amusing. But yeah, I think he was probably faster to do it than they were, but they kind of got themselves in that isometric thing, and everything was like Night Law and Alien 8 and Gunfight, and although fantastic, some of us never really got on particularly well with some of those games, and I for one was one of those people who didn't get on very well with them. So it it was a bit of a shame. I liked it, but I didn't get on with it. So I'm just going to search Trans Am now. I'm sure it'll be on here. Let's just gone to Trans Am. There we go. That'll do nicely. 1983, just basically a year after Spectrum had come out. Let's put tape in. Let's press the play button. Let's put load it. And let's do it. There we go. Nice strong signal like that. It's always good off PlayZX. This is the PlayZX is for those old timers like me, So old timers. I sound like I sit on a porch with a shotgun, don't I? Get off my lawn. No, but it's just one of those things that allows you to still enjoy the beauty and the anticipation of loading, and there's something great about that. I think you miss out on that when you've got systems that loaded from disk. I don't think I guess there's the clicking and whirring of the drive, but it's so much faster in comparison. You can't. I don't think you can realistically have the same sort of nostalgia as having to sit for instance, this game is about 2.5 minutes to load. Sit for 2.5 minutes and just enjoying the lines going up and down the screen, the game itself loading, the fact that that they went to the effort of creating some kind of loader. I mean, I know it was almost a happy mistake that came from the ZX81, but it's there, and it's there so that you can hear the sound of data. I love the sound of data. It's like modems when you used to use old dial-up modems before you had broadband, which went to high frequency. You wouldn't be able to hear it anyway. But your old modems, your old dial-up modems, kind of sounded like this a little bit. You know, with the baud rate, and you kind of heard them connecting and then talking backwards and forwards to the computer. It's kind of it's a very old sound. It's a sound that you don't hear nowadays. Nobody would. If I heard this, I would associate it with data loading. If I heard this sound blasting down a corridor or something similar, you would know that somebody's modem was dialing up to something. I think if you put it for kids nowadays, they wouldn't entirely know what they were hearing. There's a few exceptions to the rule, one of which being my daughter, but that's only because she's grown up with spectrums and me. But for most people, wouldn't really realise that was the case, and on how some of this works, the modulation demodulation that's involved with a modem. That's what it stands for, modulation demodulation. They're clever. But changing a sound into something else. Anyway, right, okay, we are on our game. We are on play on this on Trans Am. Let's just put that over there because I don't want to make funny noises. Right, I don't know the keys. No idea. So let's accelerate. There we go, left and right. Okay, so we're looking at these little maps, right? There's a lot on the screen to look at. You've got the time that you're driving, the miles you've driven. You've got the map of America, which has little dots on it, and there's a little white dot that's me, and it's representative of places. So that's the petrol. So that's Denver there. There's an incoming car around the back of me here. I can see him because that dot's there. These are cars. They're going to try and smash into me and try and kill me because I'm not going fast enough at the moment. You've got the number of cups, you've got your speedo, which goes up to 400 miles per hour, and then some, which is faster than the computer cars can travel at. 400 will not overheat your engine. I've just crashed into that while I'm trying to tell you what's going on. Then you've got your empty and your fuel gauge. You have your heat when you basically run your engine too hot in that red zone. And then you've got the number of lives you've got. So there's quite a lot of information on that. And actually in the booklet for this game, it shows you that information as well. So what we're going to do is around each city, we go have a little look and see whether we can find a cup. There's no cups there, so we're going to head up across the way. Now you can encourage computer cars to crash into things, but they tend to drive straight at you. And you can see how I thought that the loading screen looked very similar to the vehicle itself. So we'll have some of that. Okay. We'll go this way. We'll see. So, open world. A race across the United States. I was very bad there because I should have avoided him. Oh, we're getting a bit hotter now because I'm just running at full tilt. See if we can find a cup round Kansas City. Nope, nothing there. Yeah, I'll go the other way than you. Oh, damn it. I've been rubbish today. Done 5,236 miles. Right, let's start the game again. I'm trying to find a cup for you just to show you a cup. And that's because that's the aim of the game, basically, to pick up these cups. I'm sure it's just 10, something similar. And then, or 9 or 10, and then you're away. So we'll watch the screen. Problem is, you kind of have to watch the targeting thing as well, and not crash into stuff. And I'm really bad at this game. I think I've always been a bit bad at it. There's Wichita. That just reminds me of what's it called? The zombie movie. What's it called? Zombieland. There's a new one, isn't there, at the moment? There's a cup. Damn you. Where am I? Am I close by it? No, but I do know where it is. It's over here. So let's see if we can get this. We can get this cup. There it is, and I can't get it, but that's what you're meant to collect anyway. So that's the general gist of the whole thing. Right, let's carry on. Let's reset the tape again and let's go. Oh, I can't believe this. This has turned out to be quite a good one, really. We've had some interesting bits and pieces. Those sounds of the past. A couple of games written by somebody else. That's the end of that game. Here we go. It's hopefully something else. Well, that's part of the end of that game. Yeah, that's the game loaded because it goes boop at the end of it. Don't know why it goes boop. Here we go. Oh. Okay, let's give it a go. Let's see what this is. Go for it. Right, I'm gonna give that a quick rewind. I'm gonna take that out for a second. I'm gonna grab the tape cleaner. We'll just do that quickly. We'll give it a quick tape clean. I've got to say thank you to my friend Daryl. He sent me a few tape cleaners and they've been a lifesaver, to be honest with you. So getting those things working has just been brilliant. And it just made such a difference. And do you know something? I never even thought about it. I never thought about cleaning tape heads. It's kind of, I think it's one of those things is that I never really thought about it, but I should have done it. I should have been doing it for ages, because the course they're going to get dirty with things going across the top of it, especially with things like this, where we've basically got something that. This tape, I don't know how long it's been sitting. It's been, it could have mould, dust, all kinds in it. Realistically, that's getting smeared across the lovely tape head in my Spectrum, and there's no way to really clean it other than play it realistically, because the only way it's going to get unsmeared is by smearing it on something else. It's pretty disgusting, really, if you think about it. At the end of the day, right? That's a quick clean of the tape. That's just a not an abrasive, but more of a sort of a polisher of the head. So let's see if we can. Yeah, that's the end of that. Okay, let's hope this goes. That looks. No, it's not happening, is it? It's not going to play. That does not want to play, that one. I got a thought. I have a thought here. It's a strange thought. I don't know if it'll work or not, but we'll give it a try. So I'm going to take the tape that I've just got there, and I've got my Sensei tape, which is my sort of old tape player that I've got. I'm going to take that. I'm going to put in the tape into that player. I'm going to put. It's the ear one, I think, which is it ear? Mic. Computer out, in. It's ear, isn't it? It's the ear one. Plug it into the ear one. I've got the tape. That's. Is that the out? I don't know. We'll see. I might have got this wrong. I'm going to put the tape player in there. I'm going to use the MP3 player bits and pieces there from that. I'm going to press play on that one and play on this one and see whether or not. That's coming out of the wrong place. Must be that one. Alright, okay, rewind a bit. Just have a try. Play back from another tape recorder, just for the hell of it. Oh my god, it worked! This is just insane. So I've got basically two tape recorders running here. And then some voices as well, voices from the past. We'll get them in a second. Wow, that I can't believe that worked. Let's list this. Microgens. Restore Robert sucks on that. Invalid colour. Right, okay. Can I run it? Okay. I'll press play on there. No, I don't think that's something. I think we're going to rewind that. It said QWERTY there. Didn't seem to be quite right. So I'm going to reset the Spectrum twice because I pushed the button twice accidentally. Let's go back here. So I don't know what QWERTY was. Seemed like something. It could be the. Is it Herbert's Dummy Run? Is one of theirs? I don't know. Right, we're going to go back to changing back to the other tape player. I can't believe that worked. I guess I can turn the volume up higher in the tape player than I can in the Spectrum. So I guess there's that possibility. Dummy Run. So it is Herbert's Dummy Run, but I don't know why it was called QWERTY whatever else beforehand. That was kind of weird. got so many lovely toys nowadays to get things working, haven't I? Because what a way to do it. So that was my Sensei, my yellowing, dirty Sensei tape deck to my Spectrum via a cable that really shouldn't work with it from the past. Unbelievable. So this is Herbert's Dummy Run. I think we're gonna have to play it off the PlayZX actually. Looks and things. I'm not going to try and do the sensor to it because I think it's just going to be too much doing that. But I can't believe that actually worked, so that we could actually see what was going on. But it was unbelievable. I mean, to be fair though, sometimes the amount of tech that's involved in recording, for instance. I mean, I have this to from my Spectrum to an RGB cable to a what's it? OCL, the open source basically upscaler, not upscaler, image cleaner, which is really quite nice. Which you can do out as HDMI, and then I do the HDMI from that to an upscaler, which is really and it doesn't upscale it by much, by the way. You only get a little bit extra on the border, so it's not like horrendously upscaled, but it's Herbert's Dummy Run, isn't it? Herbert's Dummy Run, Microgen's version. Yeah, let's do that. Load it. I have done that. We'll push the button. Done. Here we go. This will be a nice solid load now. But yeah, so I've got all these bits and pieces all interconnected together, and then I put it all away at the end because there's nowhere. Unfortunately, although I've got quite a large desk, I haven't really got the space for. Oh god, wow! Those bars were just absolutely beautiful. I haven't really got the space for leaving the Spectrum out all the time, which I'd really like to do. And I recently picked up, and I don't think I mentioned this last week, that I picked up a little Philips 14-inch TV, and that's kind of like that's the ultimate, isn't it? Really, put your Spectrum back on a 14-inch telly. That'll be absolutely fantastic. CRT and all that kind of stuff. Beautiful stuff. Oh, bless me. Sorry about that. There's probably some virus going around. That's the start of that, eh? I'll have some coffee, that'll kill it. I've heard that's what kills it, by the way. That and toilet roll. No, I am joking. Don't buy toilet roll. Like everybody else, panic buying toilet roll. Ridiculous. Don't be so silly. Oh, coffee, that's killed it. That's everything better now. Right, Herbert's Dummy Run. I think I meant to like this. Somebody told me something about it, and I might be right or wrong. I think I got an email about it, actually. I quite like it when people send me emails, but I got an email about it. So it's saying you need to do something. I'm sure it was a friend of mine who said this is what I meant to do with it. Can't remember. I think it's something about putting the toys or putting the thing in. I can't remember. We'll do it when we play it. I mean, it's something about putting the toys away, or putting the ladder on the edge of the thing to get away. One or two. Microgen had this long series of bits and pieces. I'm sure Herbert is the child of Wally from Everyone's a Wally, and from the Ultimate Mechanic one, which we played a couple of weeks ago, which was really good. And I can't remember its name. It looked really good. Yeah, we need to, that was one of those things. So, and I picked up a unicorn this week as well. I've got a few unicorns in my life, and I've got a few, that I really like. And in fact, I've managed to secure another unicorn today. But the unicorn I secured this week was Juggernaut by CRL, which is Computer Rental Limited. That's what CRL stands for. I didn't know that until recently. But Juggernaut is kind of, well, you basically drive a truck, you pick stuff up, you drop stuff off, lovely map, clever intuitive system, quite tough to do. It's not easy. It's very easy to smash the Juggernaut up, but it's a real effort to make something clever and something simulatory rather than something else, even if you are above the vehicle because you've got the back of the truck. But it's still very, very cool. I have to admit, I'm very impressed by Juggernaut. So I was quite delighted with it. It's missing the poster and the sticker. Go. I posted it on Twitter, and I got a response back going, "Has he got the poster? Has he got the sticker?" And I was like, "No, of course it doesn't. They're never. I mean, there may be some versions out there where it did survive, but the chances are fairly impossible, aren't they, that they have? But yeah, but I was just pleased to add it to my collection. So, and I've secured today Rebel Star by Firebird. I'm absolutely delighted that. I mean, I still need to find the Firebird version of Chaos for less than £100. £100, can you believe that for a tape that's 30 plus years old? And that's from people who are collectors who are giving reasonable prices as well. You know, not doing the eBay thing at the moment. eBay is a bit naff. I mean, I had a little look and it was eye-watering recently. I'm trying to add a +3 to my collection just so I've got one, and I'm trying to add a 48k plus. Now you'd think that was really easy to do. You know, there'll be loads of them out there. Yeah, not if you want to play. I want to pay about £40 for one. I don't care if it's got a box or not, but I want to pay about 40 quid. And they're about 80. And if you want one that's 40 quid, it's non-functioning and broken. Right. No thank you. Anyway, so Herbert's Dunnery Room. We are here. We are with Herbert. Let's press the key to continue. I have pressed the key to continue. I'm going to press 3 for keyboard. I would do the joystick, but I don't know what it is. Do you know what? We'll quickly look at the controls. No, it's not the game I am thinking of at all. I don't even know what this game's about. I don't even know if I've ever played this one. I think I probably did on the Vega. Do you know something in a strange sort of way? I love the point here where they don't give a stuff about colour clash. I kind of like that. I think that's beautiful. I think that's one of my favourite things there about that, is that somebody's gone, stuff it, colour clash. It's gonna happen. Let's get some colour in this game. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thumbs up to that one. Dummy run. Let's find the keys so we can save ourselves some time. And I can't spell Herbert's Dummy Run. Herbert. Oh God. When you can't find something, all of a sudden. I'll quickly search for this. We'll get this on the screen. You just look at the lovely pictures on the screen. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Actually, to be fair, it is. It's quite a nice. It's quite a nice selection of colours on that one. There we go. Herbert's Dummy Run. We are almost there. Do you know something? I don't know about you, but I've got, we discussed the Xbox earlier. Right? I've got my Xbox here. It's now just powered itself up randomly for no good reason. Why have you powered yourself up? We don't need to power yourself up. I don't want you. I don't need you. We're not friends. Okay, the keys are QW. Cap shift is jump. Where's cap shift? It is there. And enter is to enter. That works for me. I can do that. Right, okay. What am I meant to be doing? Herbert is visiting a large department store with his mum and dad Wally and Wilma. He's got lost, now in the store, he's scared, full of beasts. He must explore the store and manipulate objects to help him find his way out into the lost children's office where Wally and Wilma are waiting for him. Pick up objects by walking into them and carry 2 objects at any one time. It's one of those. Right, so we're basically, we've got lost in the store, as usual. I'm crying. There we go. You can enter the rooms by pressing enter. There's a bomb there. So we need to... It's one of these games you'd have to map as well. You definitely would have to map. No, you just jump at the doors. You don't have to do whatever else. I have picked up a tennis racket and whatever else it is. Oh. That's happy. That's happy. That's happy. That's sad. That's happy and sad. That's happy. That's happy. I don't know what this game is about, but we're making happy and sad faces by jumping at them. I'm not going to try and work out the commands for this. That's just ridiculous. There's obviously something going on there. Vacuum cleaner. Oh, I'm crying. Oh. I don't want to go in there. I was trying to get the key that was on top of there. I thought that might be useful to me. I do. I appreciate the effort gone to with the graphics here. There's a book called Pete. I don't know whether that was one of the writers or not. I've gone downstairs. This department store is deadly. Do you know what it reminds me of, though? What was that one with Wally in the bed where he was sleeping, where you had to get him up? Pajama Rama. That's what it reminds me of. Pajama Rama. I don't know how I get up this without... I'll just jump. Slowly. Up the stairs. Okay. I'm liking the graphics. I have no idea what I'm going to be doing. As I say, it's one of these fully mapping games. I never got on with the Wally ones and things like that. The only one I've really liked recently was the one with where you put together the car. I can't remember what it's called. Automaniac, I think it is. With your Silly Herbert, Mummy and Daddy are still in the lost and found with your 21 jelly babies. Oh, I survived it till I got murdered in the store. I mean, that's a pretty harsh department store, if you ask me. If anybody's mind, that's a pretty harsh department store that you get murdered in. It really is. Right, I'm gonna go on because I don't know the ins and outs of that. It's one of those games I feel like I should know. It's like everyone's a Wally. Everybody really raved about that, and I never really got into it. And I feel really bad because I think I should love it. I mean, I can most definitely appreciate on Herbert's Dummy Run there that the quality of the graphics. I can most definitely appreciate that somebody went to a real effort with them. I just don't know what I'm meant to be doing in the game. I suppose if it were one of those games that I bought when I was a kid and had to learn and wanted to do something with, that I would probably put the effort into it. But I literally never saw a microgen game in my home city other than a copied one, which means that either they were never in my town, which is possible, my city. Or they just, I don't know, something else, some other reason, or they're so highly copied that they never turned up, so, I don't know, I just remember that I never... Scrabble! We know Scrabble, that's fine, we'll go for that. We've done alright, actually, we've done fairly well with this tape. I'm just having a look. Do you know what? We're not that far through it either. We're quite. This is going to be a long video, I'm afraid to say, for your sake, not for mine, because I like doing this. I do hope you had got yourself a cuppa. Maybe take a bathroom break shortly. Once Scrabble's loaded or something like that. We'll all take a bathroom break. No, but yeah, it looks, because I'm about halfway through the tape now. So there's a good chance that all the rest of those games are on there, and we've had a few extras already. We had Trans Am, which was definitely an extra, which wasn't really on there because there was meant to be BMX Racer on there, and there was meant to be Starion and Starion. Sounds slightly Italian, doesn't it? Anyway, so we had all of those, and there was all those games there. So we progressively got a few more. As I say, I think about Scrabble. I feel really bad for Scrabble because it's actually not bad. Obviously, it's got a limited vocabulary, but for the spectrum and the time, it's not bad. It's not a bad conversion. It's not a bad game. It came in a nice big box, but then was given away with the 48k plus. Well, or it was a bundled element to it, that with checkered flag, and you've got to feel sorry for those ones. There's just tons of them out there. I actually might think I might just buy them all up. Should buy them all up. However, I know somebody who attempted to buy them all up, but all the checkered flags, but they don't make them anymore. All right, they don't make them anymore. So anybody who's got checkered flag or Scrabble and multiple copies of it, you don't want to bin them because they don't make them. They're never going to make them again, necessarily. Unless they're reproduction. But why would you reproduce a Spectrum tape? I mean, even with this new arrival of the ZX Spectrum Next, I don't think that there's going to be a massive call for Spectrum loading tapes. I might be wrong. I've often been wrong with things. I remember, they're talking about wrong, right? So I've got that 14-inch telly, which is a 4x3 image on that 14-inch TV, and nowadays everything's widescreen. Everything is widescreen, without a doubt. Your phone's widescreen. It's a long thing. It's not 4x3. Your TV's not 4x3. Everything is widescreen, right? Absolutely everything. And I remember seeing widescreen for the first time back whenever they did it. I can't remember what it was. Was it 90s? The sort of widescreen telly started to turn up. Those old you had those projection ones at one point as well. Anyway, those tellies turned up. Those 16:9 widescreen tellies. And I actually said, and I remember saying it quite frequently, that it would never catch on. It was something that was only in the movies. You know, you only went to the only place any time you saw widescreen is when you went to the movies, right? And I couldn't, for the life of me, see how anybody would ever want widescreen for the home, because it made more sense to me to have that square shape with all the information in it. And it actually, I was so very, very wrong about it. I'll admit now, I'm so very, very wrong, because the widescreen gives you that depth of image, the length, the extra space. You know, do you remember? I remember them selling it as well, and they were selling it based on, you know, you'd be watching your old television, and they used to have to trim the widescreen stuff and move it left and right to give a full screen image, rather than putting those bars on the top of it, top of the bottom, the black bars. You remember you used to get those? You get the top and the bottom, and they used to have to trim the image so you would get part of there would be. I mean, the one that's running through my head right now, I'm sure there was a point in, if you remember the movie Lethal Weapon with Danny Glover and Mel Gibson, very buddy movie, they're great, very violent, but very good. Probably not so violent nowadays, but then. And I remember they were having to shift it from left and right and pan it as part of a re-edit of it, so that they could see Danny Glover when asking a question, then pan over to Mel Gibson's character. What was his name? I can't remember the names now. Oh, I can't believe that. And what were the names of the two characters in Lethal Weapon? That's the answer to the question below. But they had to pan it over by moving, obviously, the way it positioned the screen so they could get the answer from Mel Gibson, and pan it back again. That's the conversation. And how ridiculous is that when you could get more in a landscape looking that widthwise than anything else? And do you know something? My theory was that the reason why I thought widescreen wasn't going to work, and it sounds utterly ridiculous now, is the way that you read things. I thought you would be happier with it more squashed up and in a block, a 4x3 block, rather than stretched across a larger plane. Yeah, maybe that's true. Text, possibly, but you don't see text like that. Even on the internet, it's all nicely formatted. So unless you're just writing a long line of code or something similar in one single line, it's not going to matter, is it? Isn't that ridiculous? God, I can't believe I did that. I was absolutely convinced it was never going to work. Really, seriously, I was like, it never catch on. Nobody will do it. However, to be fair, I was right about 3D TVs, though. What a waste of time. Seriously, what a waste of time. Do I want to load a previous game? No, I don't. And I wanted a colour telly. Number of players, 1. Do you want the Spectrum to play this person? No. Enter the person's name. I can't spell my name because I've hit the wrong button. Demon. There we go. Right, okay. Tiles left, 93. Oh, that's the letters. Right, okay, so what do I use? Curse keys. There we go, we use the curse keys. And we have to start from the centre, because that's how Scrabble works. And I'm not a big Scrabble player, but I have a rough idea of what it is. So then I have to add a word to this. So I'm going to go with... how do I enter alert? Let's go cross. And let's do... We'll do... type letter. We're going to do tart, because it's there. Could have done something else, but we're going to do tart. Yes, I'd like to place that. Word is accepted. It is spelt correctly. So we've got tart. And I've got another word here. I've got another word. So I'm going to go here, and then it's person with the highest score wins. So down D. So I have Z E 0. I'm not very good at word games, by the way. There you go. 33 points because I got it on the top of the letter there and did all the things like that. So word is accepted. I'm doing really well. So that's it until all the tiles are gone and basically the person with the highest score wins. I've never really played Scrabble before. You know, this is probably the first time I've actually ever spent any time with Scrabble, and I actually now wish that to play it. I think it would be quite good fun. It looks interesting. Get a few words together and do whatever else it is. Or I can see a rude word. I don't think I'm allowed to put rude words in. Starts with T. has an I in it, ends with T. We're not going to do that one. It's a naughty word. Naughty words. Yeah. No. So basically that's it though. You play against somebody else. They have their own their own things. You can't see what letters they've got, and you just play until you've got a score at the end, and the win with the highest score wins. And it's taken very seriously. This is the kind of game that people play when they go on that TV show Countdown. You know, with that Rachel Riley and Jimmy Carr. No, I don't know who the guy is who runs it now, but it's Jimmy Carr on the 8 out of 10s and whatever Countdown. But yeah, Scrabble, it works fine. Not a game that should be lost. We should not a game we should be binning. If you've got it, don't bin it. I mean, we need to be maintaining this stock here and getting the most out to those people who still want a copy of Scrabble or need a copy of Scrabble, like Checkered Flag. Who needs Checkered Flag? You know. Right, so we're about halfway through the tape, and we're up to just over an hour and 20, I think. Maybe about an hour and 20ish of video. Thank you for sticking with me. Fingers crossed, we've got some more goodies on here before we end. We do. We're not over yet. It's an amazing tape. Oh, BMX. This must be the BMX racer it was on about before. This will be a Codemasters game. So hopefully it will load, because unlike a few other things, Codemasters don't allow the distribution of their old games, which is a bit of a shame, really. I don't know. Do you not feel that there's a trick being missed here? Do you not think that there's a? I may have mentioned this before. Do you not think there's again another trick being missed, in the sense of that if you're Codemasters and you own the rights to all these things, okay, I exclude anything where you had to license it. But if you owned all the rights to these things, it's not Codemasters, it's Mastertronic. I apologise. But either way, we're discussing Codemasters. But if you owned the rights to all of these things, would you not? There is a serious nostalgia trip going on at the moment. Would you not want to get them out there? I mean, here's the thing. There's a number of things coming out. Some of them being delayed by a certain beer-related virus in China. But for instance, the Evercade is coming out shortly, which is a handheld device that can be plugged into the telly. It comes with cartridges and it's designed with collectors in mind. So it's like it's aimed at me basically, and people like me. There are cartridges for it, and they are reasonably priced. They are about £15 for a cartridge, and on average there are between 6 and 20 plus games on a cartridge. Old games, all licensed correctly from the owners of the whole thing. These include things like Atari games, ZX Spectrum games. Basically, if you think about it, there's a raft of products from a raft of people that are there. Now, I think that's I was really unsure whether this is going to be okay or not. And unfortunately it's now been delayed until May. I think it's coming out. Been delayed until May because of this new virus that's out there. But I don't know. I like the idea of that, because it actually has got some Spectrum games. It's actually got some homebrew Spectrum games that have appeared on it as well, which I think's a lovely thing. BMX Racers, I have found it. Let's push the play button. 1984, this one. Right. Yeah. So it's been delayed until it comes out, but it's designed very much with collectors in mind. It's got Namco collections. You've got Atari collections. You've got Interplay collections, and Interplay also own things like Earthworm Jim and other things like that. And I don't know. I feel. You feel like these guys who own the licenses to these things, I think they lost a lot of it, though. The collectors and people like me, we're better at preserving this kind of stuff than the people who produce it. They produce it and throw it away afterwards, for the most part, and that's very true. That they can't they don't want to keep it, they don't want to store it, and it just goes in the bin. But it's like anything else, there's always there's a market for things that people like. Doctor Who. Doctor Who's an interesting one. Doctor Who, they lost a number of episodes in the 60s and into the early 70s. They didn't lose them, they overwrote them. because they didn't see that there'll be any value of them in the future. I doubt anybody chucks anything away now. Lego, for instance, has every single Lego set they've ever created, brand new one, copy of it in a vault. The most valuable of which I think is the Moon ones from the 80s, from when I was a kid. They have a vault and they contain all these things, but it just seems that code and things like this is often just binned, and it's such a shame, isn't it? That it just disappears forever. That they're not held onto, and they're not republished in some way that makes them available. I mean, you can yeah. I mean, I'm playing this because I mean, you can emulate it and do all the other bits and pieces with it, but published in such a way that these guys, not to say profit from it, but do something with it. You know, give the profit to charity. Do something with it. But Codemasters sit on there, so they're one of the few. There's a few others that sit on their code as well. I got Mermaid Madness recently, and that's also the distribution is denied by Electronic Dreams. I don't know if Electronic Dreams still exists. It's probably owned by somebody else nowadays, but the distribution is denied, and it just, as I say, it's just a shame because a lot of this stuff, it's childhood things. And it's like me going out recently, and I found the Starfighter from Buck Rogers on eBay, and I had one as a kid. I used to play with it to death. It had chip paint work, and the sort of the wings didn't work properly on it, and eventually it after having multiple swims and playing in the garden with it got buried somewhere, because I was very good at burying things as a kid. I buried a lot of things. My childhood garden must be absolutely littered with goodies, but I buried it. It got buried somewhere, so I found one that was kind of, I would describe it was fairly farm fresh, this thing, and I'm looking for somebody now who will repair it. You know, I need to find somebody who will repair the die casting, sort of restore it to its pristine level. However, to strange to the way, I kind of like the way it's farm fresh. Same with Micromen; they kind of disappeared into the back garden. They were a Japanese toy. My parents bought loads of them. They're now worth an absolute bomb. You can barely get them in this country, and even in Japan they're fairly rare. So I don't know why I buried them all in the garden to this day. I still don't know why. But as I say, it just seems a waste, doesn't it? It seems with the opportunities there to redistribute them and bring it back and wake it up again. It just seems a shame that they're not doing that. I'd like to see. I know there's a Spectrum next, but I kind of like to see another. I don't know, Spectrum that's more mainstream. The Omni's there, and the Harlequin boards and all those things like that for the clones, but it's not right in your face, if that makes sense. It should be. Lots of other things are. Right, okay. So we have. I'm going to move this my phone out of the way again after we've loaded that there. I've never played this game before. Never. I've had a lot of problems with the signal out today. Anyway, right. ZX PL Accelerate. Right. Ride your BMX through the countryside, avoiding the obstacles. Keep to the track. Keep an idea for the mad biker. Right. Okay. Old grannies will put walking sticks in your wheels if you go near her. Accelerate over the jumps to gain speed and points. Keep in a straight line. Watch out for patches of oil. Right. Okay. Here we go. I don't know this game. PL. I'm pushing the buttons. Nothing's happening. Have we crashed? I'm pushing every button under the sun. I'm going to plug the joystick in. Did I push the... This is one of these things. Did I push the wrong button? Done that before. Let's just plug this joystick back in again. I did take it out. I don't know why I took the joystick out. I didn't need to take the joystick out, but I took it out before because it was being awkward. Right. That's in. Oh, I think we've won. Yep, I think we've definitely hung. So it looks like we go drive down this road in a straight line, and we just have to avoid the bikers and the other things. It's not a game I've ever played before, if I'm honest. It's not one that rings a bell as such. So It's just a shame it hasn't loaded properly. We may come back to this one at the end. We'll see. I'll see how I feel towards the end of this tape, because we've got quite a lot to go. I think. I feel like we've got lots on here, because I think, mind you, saying that BMX Racer was the last on the tape before, so I've reset that. Okay, let's just do this. Okay, that's just the BMX Racer. Let's fast forward. Well, it's been a voyage of discovery with this one. We have most definitely found a few interesting bits and pieces. Especially Sam's stuff, which was Sam's sort of weird computer thing. And that was quite interesting. And then we had that Alien game on the first one, Alien Blaster, wasn't it? It was called Alien Blaster. So, and this is meant to be the Outrun side, and it hasn't got Outrun on it. Oh, we got something else. We're not done yet. Starion. Okay, this is a vector game, as far as I remember, by Melbourne House. I have a copy of it. I think I have the big version of it, the big boxed version of it. I think. I may be lying to myself here. Can't remember. Not entirely sure what this is all about. It did feature in the Retrogaming magazine, or Retrogamer, is it? It's called. It did feature in that magazine. I've never played it. I know that there's a few of my friends have got this. I definitely think that Mr. Birdsall's got it, Dave Birdsall. I'll put a link to his channel below, if I remember. If I don't, Dave, you put a comment, please tell me that I haven't done it. Yeah. So there's our vector ship. I think I've played this before, but I have no idea. This is going to be one of these ones. Again, I'm gonna have to look for the controls, because I can see this one being an absolute pain in the behind. I can see it be one that I don't know. Oh, it hasn't loaded. That was the end of the tape. We did not fit it all on in a wanna. Right, so there's a couple. We've got to try that one again. So what we'll do is we'll get this up, and we'll get the instructions for it while we're at it, and I will reset the Spectrum, and we'll put the PlayZX on it, and we'll see if we can get this one. And then we've just got the We'll do the BMX Racers. I'll put the BMX Racers on. Racer. Right. Okay. Let's do this one. So let's do this game. Starion. Melbourne House. There's a patched version. What's a patched version? I assume it's got some kind of bug in it that's got rid of with the patched version. So we will try the patched version. It's also quicker to load. Here we go. Oh my goodness! No one. I'm good. I'm glad I looked at the controls. We've got bank left, bank right. Yep. Okay. We've got dive, accelerate, decelerate, climb. My goodness, climb. Wow. The keys are all over the shop. Play the Starion tape from the start. Play Starion tape from the start. Yeah, I am. That's weird. I hope it loads. Anyway, so diving left and right, fire laser, dive climb. I'm just looking at the controls. There's quite a lot of them. Accelerate, decelerate. Yeah, okay. I think I've got a rough thing of it. So the scenario is, the year is 2010. I've already passed it. And your name is Starion. Fresh out of Space Academy, you have been selected as the brightest pupil to pilot the world's first time ship, the SS Stardate. Oh, that's fair enough. Your mission is to boldly go back in time and correct the devastation wrought in time and space continuum by an evil alien from other worlds that have achieved this through time travel before you. As you progress through the game, your ability as a pilot increases. You are rewarded with promotions through the ranks from novice to supreme commander. I like it. If you finally reach Event 0 before the beginning of time event, You become the earliest thing to exist and must default assume the creator of all that follows. So you become God. This is a game about becoming God. I mean, I don't think there's many other games where you get to become God. This is about becoming God. You go back in time to the Big Bang, and then you become God himself. Marvellous. Love it. I love it. Computer games, the 80s, excellent. You can't beat it. I mean, Mermaid Madness the last made me laugh because its tagline is, about you've never played an action hero where an action game where the hero drinks stout. I mean, seriously, that's the 80s for you. Drinking games were all the rage. Not to say that they're not around nowadays. There's plenty of stuff on Steam that's probably a little bit cutting. However, to be fair, nowadays it's cutting because it's to sell it, not because that's how they created it, if that makes sense. These guys, when they created the Mermaid Madness, they decided to do it that way because, well, why not? They kind of, it not the same as they do now. So kind of weird. Right, we're loading. How much longer have we got to go? Many million hours. I'm sure this had some kind of weird and wonderful bit at the end of it as well, in the relation to sort of you had to kind of get a code to get out the level. I'm sure I saw Dave play this, and there was something about a code at the end of it. I'm sure the first one's Bible, which kind of is a reference to the fact that you become God, I guess. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. I've run out of coffee now, by the way. I'm a bit disappointed. Absolutely, my cup's empty, and I'm thirsty. But we're not stopping until this is loaded. This is loaded, and we're going to have a go with the other one as well. What's it called? We're going to get the BMX Racer on. We'll get the Div MC out. We'll plug that in a bit. We'll plug that in. We'll load it up, and we'll stick that on. It'll be cool. Okay, almost there. I can feel it. It feels good. It's almost there. Almost loaded. It's strange because that's like they've basically bypassed any kind of loading screen. Really, they've just given you like the cockpit view from your ship. I guess that saves. Does it save memory? I guess it does. Yes, because if you plot everything into those boxes, then you don't have to use the space that's there. Wow, look at that. Isn't that awesome? That looked good. Wow, look at it rotating round. That's a proper looking spacecraft, that one. Yeah, I've definitely played this before. I'm not going to select the flight controls. Do I want to do tuition? No, I'm just going to commence the mission. Because I'm crazy. Solve problem. Problem solved. Please warp to a grid. Number 1. Solve problem. Select time zone. Let's go to 1985. We're warping to the time zone. We are going. Ends to fire missiles. There, like that. I think that's a ship there. There's a ship. Wow, this is actually really quite an aggressively controlled game. It's kind of... It's quite... I mean, the controls are good. Well, I said the controls are good. It's quite... It's tough, but it's good. Pick up letter. I missed the letter. Decelerate. Where's the letter? There's the letter. Come on, letter. I'm trying to work out where it is. There it is. Accelerate. Is that letter? I think that's the letter. Or is that a ship? Increase my velocity. I think I've got the letter incoming here. I don't know what the letters are about, though. There's something about the letters. There's the letter A. Battle with the enemy. There's an enemy here. There he is. Got him. Whoa, what are they? It's a letter. Did I get it? Oh, damn it. Get the letter. I've got to get the letter. It's shooting at me again now. There's the letter. It's a letter S.
I've got the letter.
It's very smooth indeed. I've got to admit, I'm quite impressed by how smooth it is. He seems to be. I actually laugh because it looks like those are letters that he's throwing at me, but they're not. Right, there's a letter. Letter I. I'm sure it's Bibles.
First one.
Yes. Yeah, so there's like a word game as well involved in this game. It's not just like a shoot 'em up as such. I don't know how much damage I've got or how much I've taken. Reminds me of Elite, and it's sort of in the shape of the ships. The Vipers in the Elite are like that. Pick up the letter. I am going to pick up the letter. I think I've got to get all the letters before I can finish the level. So there's quite a lot of letters there. Let's have a look. Here's the letter. Here's the letter. It's not Bibles. It's something else. I think I've gone with somewhere else. Here, sir. Alright, I'm going to slow down. Battled that enemy. I've shot him down. There's a chunk coming off him. There we go, got him. A letter is forming. Look at this.
Let's go for it.
It works really well. I'm delighted by how this plays. I actually have a copy of this. I know I do. I definitely do. I don't know if I have both the versions though, whether for the big box and the little box. I think I might do. I don't know which of those is my energy. I think the oxygen's like how long you've got before you do things. Oh, it's an anagram game and I can't do anagrams. I'm really crap at them. I can never work it out. I might have to do an anagram solver on the internet to get it. That's cheating, isn't it? P. Can I have a P, please, Bob? Remember that? What was that called? Blockbusters, wasn't it? Blockbusters. I used to watch that, didn't we? Because that was like what was after the kids' TV on the week. Don't know why we watched it. They used to have to make their way across the screen by answering questions, wasn't it? That's what it was. Slow down. Another letter. Here's the last letter, I think. Oh, here we are. I. Oh, I have no idea what this is going to be. And then you have to enter the code that goes with this. Right, I have no idea. Complete. What is it? You are carrying a complete enemy cargo. Please tell me what you think it is. Oh, no idea. I hate these things. I'm going to anagram solve it because I can't be bothered. Let's do anagram solve. Yeah, we'll have a look at that. We'll do that. Anagram solves anagrams because it's an anagram, you see. So we need to type in all the letters. Yes. I-R-N-P-I. Aspirin? It must be aspirin. So what do we do? What do you think it is?
SPIRN.
Is that wrong?
I guess
It's wrong. I have no idea what else it could be.
I don't know what it could be.
I thought that was it. Is there another letter here or something? What's this? What's this? Where's this? Aha, what's this? This must be my warp gate out, I guess. Yes, solved. So it was aspirin. No, it wasn't. It says problem and solved. I haven't solved anything. So that was wrong. Was it not aspirin? What could it have been? I have no idea what that would have been. I've got loads of answers from my thing there. It says in Paris. That's what it says. Okay, let's do number 1. Problem is not solved. I do like it. It plays really well. I can recommend it, apart from the fact that I have no idea what the anagram stuff is. So other than that, it's perfect. Oh, what's this? Is that... Ah! Oh, on computer report. Message. Translated cable. Cargo aspirin. Incompatible cargo can be arranged. Alter cargo to try again. Battle for next warp. I don't know what this is. Well, anyway, I'm going to stop it there, and I'm going to do that. Hopefully, do that BMX racer for you. So we'll do that in a second, and I'll be back with that. Hang on now. I'm just going to stop it. Actually, I'm just going to stop it now. I'm going to stop it now, but I'm going to come back with that BMX racer. So I'll see you in a second. All right. Bye bye now. Okay, so we're back, and unfortunately, it doesn't load. Or loads, should I say, but it doesn't work. I can't play it at all. It's just to the same screen for BMX Racers, so I do apologise for that. I can't show you BMX Racer. I don't think we're missing much, really, to be honest with you. I think we're going to cycle up the screen. Our legs are going to pump up and down at the bottom there, and we're going to do that. Anyway, this has been an extremely entertaining tape. Thank you very much to Ben Smith for donating it to the cause. I hope to see you all soon. I've been your host, Real Genetic Demon. Thanks for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you later. Bye bye now.